Good evening, everybody. Madame Roy back once again. Back to you from Greene, New York. More specifically, the Great American here in Greene, New York. An institution, to be sure. This store has been here since the 1970s and probably is not going anywhere soon. Don't know what that's all about. But I thought this was a good place to start to kind of give you guys an update of what I've been doing and what I'll be doing the next few days. See how many people actually show up. I'm going to go over here real quick, turn this around, and show you guys some of the beautiful artwork that they have on the side of this building. Wow, really need to adjust my face there. Let's go ahead and take a look. So many of you guys probably remember seeing this building. Hello. Hey. See, everybody knows me here. This is the Great American once again, and you can see that back in 2008, the students actually did some murals here. So let's take a closer look at that. Very, very cool. I think this is supposed to be the ball flats, and I know I've showed you guys that in the past. You can see the grandstand there. You can see all the tents. Now, they do what's called the Apple Fest in end of September, beginning of October. So it might be depicting that, but you can see that there's also a baseball diamond, and that is true of the ball flats. Towards that end, which I guess would be the eastern end, is the baseball diamond, and then the fairgrounds are more towards the west. Very, very pretty, and it's called Postcards from Greene. Not exactly sure where this is supposed to be, but if I had to guess, this might be near the Shenango River, because that looks like one of the houses that tends to flood out every time they have a major rain event. And if you go up here, yeah, this is the bridge that crosses the Shenango River as you're exiting Greene, heading towards like Afton and Bainbridge. And I think that's what they were trying to go for here, because right around this time, there was a major flooding event. It was called the 500-year flood. And you can see that some of the cars are being swept away. Looks like a kayaker right there is screaming for his life. And I think I would be too if I was in that situation. Again, probably one of the Susquehanna. Is the Susquehanna Shenango River? I don't know if I'm saying Susquehanna. I meant to say Shenango River. Susquehanna is quite a bit further out. Ruben goes, "Hey, Matt, I've been watching your live stream and bus ride video side by side between my phone and my laptop. That's really, really cool. Thank you guys for attending." And you can see right there is the Shenango River. So Greene would be on that side, and I'm thinking Afton and Bainbridge would be on that side, if that's the way they're actually showing it here. It was a good try, definitely, and it is really cool to see this side of the building being put to good use. Just some more fairground pictures here. More pictures of the old bridge. Now this is the original bridge that crossed the Shenango River probably in the mid to late 1800s. I never actually saw this bridge. That was taken down and replaced, I think, in 1910 by the bridge that was here up until around the year 2000 when they put the current bridge in. So we're two bridges ahead of what that one would have been. Very, very cool. And if I come over here, I'll let you guys take a look at this sign here. Views of Shenango River. Dear friends, once upon the Shenango River in Greene, there was a Native American village and an early settler, Stephen Ketchum. There were grain mills and an aqueduct. People had a great fun at the fair. Along the river, folks swam, fished, and had fun boating. Amazing events including ice cream, giant snowballs, and floods. Every year, families celebrate with fireworks at the ball flats. Kids at Greene Primary School. So they actually did this back in 2008. Now, I may have told you guys this before, but I honestly don't remember, so I am going to say it again for the benefit of those of you that may not have been with my channel for very long. Right here coming into town is Canal Street. And the reason that they call this Canal Street, believe it or not, back in the late 1800s to the very, very early 1900s, we're talking maybe around maybe to 1910. I may have those dates mixed up a little bit, but you get the idea. This was a man-made canal. A man-made canal to ferry the boats actually came all the way down here. The water came down the street here and went down the canal street right there. You can see right here, this is actually South Shenango Street, but this is the Canal Street, and this is where we're going to be walking back because my uncle lives down this way. So let me go ahead and turn you guys around real quick. I had a few people messaging me. I386, Chris Garrett, hey Matt, I360 just logged on my main account. Desktop in the process of updating to 1903. Well, that's good. Hopefully you guys are going to get your May 2019 Windows updates. I had got mine a few weeks ago. Eric asks, how long will you be up here? I'll be up here for about a week. We're actually going to head up to Wellsville, which you guys might remember from a few of my videos. We're going to head up there for a few days midweek, and then we're going to head back down here. So it's going to be an interesting trip. To kind of give you guys, actually, let me switch hands here because, believe it or not, the reason I might be a little shaky, I actually did some shopping in Great American while I was out because I wanted to get some more steps in. Chris says, stay in New York, it's cooler. It is indeed cooler. Right now, I think we're sitting at about 55 degrees. I probably should be wearing my jacket, but you know, the sun was out just a few minutes ago, and I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to go just in my short sleeve shirt, and I am starting to regret it at the moment. Looks like Eric Brunhammer is half considering a road trip. Do it if you have the time. I mean, it is beautiful here. I left 97 degree weather to come here, and I'm telling you, I'm enjoying it. Virginia has nothing over this, you know. True, in the winter, I would probably rather be in Virginia due to the snow that the surrounding area gets. Fun fact, the snow amounts are minimal here in town. This is actually a village. It's called the Village of Greene. And they might see a few storms in a year, but they're lucky if they see more than maybe 6-7 inches of snow at the most. Whereas the surrounding areas being Binghamton, Whitney Point, Endwell, Endicott, Johnson City, all the basically areas that are higher in elevation, they might see storms that are 2, 3, even 4 feet. And they might see 3 or 4 of those in a year. So you do the math, 12, 36, 48, you're talking 60 plus inches of snow, whereas here, they're lucky to see maybe 20 inches, and that's total for the season. So it's really a nice place to live, and you can do most of your shopping here in Greene. You have the Village Variety, or the new 5 and 10 as it's called. Mike is a great guy. I've been shopping there for years. He's the proprietor, and I get some killer deals. If you guys are in the market right now, he's running a really good deal on K-Cups. If he lets me, I'll show you guys that tomorrow. But basically, they're 18 and 12 counts, I think, of the 8 o'clock K-Cups. And they're really cheap. Like, we're talking about maybe 75, 80% off of the retail price. So if you guys are in or around the Greene, New York area, check out the new 5 and Dime, because you guys are going to get some great deals on groceries. Not just stuff like K-Cups, but he has everything. You can get your normal stuff there. You can get things like butter, flour. Most of the time, he's got all different types of frozen foods. He's got usually like frozen chicken fingers, eggs, and he gets a lot of like the prepackaged stuff into, like if you guys are into a lot of the Kraft macaroni and cheese, he gets a lot of dry goods in. Cereals. I remember last time I was here, I think he had quite a selection of Kellogg's cereals, and you know, a lot of times they're 50, again, 75% off retail. And this is not a paid advertisement by the store. I don't do that, and I only say this because I really enjoy shopping there, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. So again, check them out if you're ever here in Greene. Oh man, I am getting cold, guys. This was not the plan, not for June. I would have thought by June we might be seeing 70, 80 degree weather, which they will see here in the next few days. But tonight, man, it is really, really cold. A lot of wildlife out tonight. Anybody got any questions? I know I've been rambling on here. Yes, I will, guys. Definitely. Hello. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, boys. What are their names?
Murph and Lily.
Hi, Murph. Hi, Lily. Good. God. Oh, they are really friendly, huh?
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Got to stop and pet the dogs, that's for sure. Well, back to what I was saying. Let's see, what did Ruben say? Do more village variety finds? Yeah, definitely going to do that. And again, if he allows me to, I'd like to film in the store, showing you guys exactly what he has available this time, because the products do change quite a bit, especially since last time. I'm sure he's gotten all new stuff, and you never know what it is because it's liquidation, so it's whatever his suppliers can get in. I'm going to turn you guys around real quick. Again, heading back to where my uncle lives. Again, this is Canal Street. You got South Canal Street. This was part of the original canal here in Greene. That's Page Street. That connects to South Shenango Street. And it just amazes me how nice they keep this town. For the most part, the houses are in good repair. You know, they don't look like they're all falling down and dilapidated. Over here is the Raymond Forklift Company. This has been here for years. And you guys may have seen the forklifts if you ever, and pallet jacks. If you guys shop in Aldi, a lot of the Aldis, Raymond supplies the pallet jacks for Aldi now. I'm not sure what those dogs were, honestly. I think one might have been like a Doberman mix. The other one could have been a poodle. I can't go on here unless I get permission, but I just wanted to show you guys how cool it is. And my uncle lives really close to this Raymond Forklift Company. And it's actually owned, I believe, by Nissan now. I'm going to go ahead and walk just over here real quick. I don't think they'll have a problem with that. It's after hours anyway. These are the offices here, basically for all the administration. And, Mr. Security Camera, as Diesel Ducey would say. I'm just going to stay over here. But basically, these are the main offices, and then the factory itself is right around the corner here. And I do know quite a few people that work here, and I was able to tour this facility back in the mid-90s. They had like what they called an open house, because at that time they were trying to sell this to Nissan, and they wanted to show prospective clients how well the factory was run and all the technology that they were implementing. But that was, well, 25 years ago now. My goodness. Time does fly. But as you see, again, huge office complex. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and get back on the sidewalk because I don't think they're going to take too kindly to me being on here. But as we pass, you guys can see the actual factory, which is in the back here. And they just recently added, maybe within the last few years, that area up top is actually a cafeteria for the workers, because years ago they used to have a Subway right over here and an ice cream shop, but they tore that down to make more parking. So again, very, very interesting history here in Greene. I'm going to go ahead and turn back around here. There we go. I know I should have brought a selfie stick with me. Eric says he's driven Raymond forklifts Well, there you go, bud. This is where they were made, more likely than not. There is a couple of smaller Raymond Forklift Company factories, but the bulk of the forklifts and the pallet jacks are actually made right here in the town of Greene. All right, tubers, I am going to end this live stream for tonight. But before I do, I want to let you guys know that we had a great time down at the wedding. The wedding was in Terrytown, New York. If you guys don't know where that is, you can look it up. But basically, it's near, close to like Mount Vernon and Nyack. It's over the Tappan Zee, or the Mario Cuomo Bridge, as it's called now. That's why I wasn't really able to do a lot of videos, because we honestly didn't have a lot of time. We had 4 days down there, and 2 of those were taken up basically by the wedding. But I was able to meet with some friends that we have not seen in, has to have been about 5 or 6 years, and these are people that I grew up with. And that's one thing I'm going to leave you guys with tonight. If you have not seen any good friends, old friends, family members, give them a call. If you have the means to get there and visit with them, definitely do it, because it's worth it. You know, we're not going to be here forever, and the only thing we're going to regret when our time comes to an end is the fact that we didn't spend enough time with the people that we really care about. Paul Kane says, "Bite your tongue, Matt. It's the Tappan Zee." I agree. They need to keep that back as the Tappan Zee Bridge, but not going to get into that debate here. You guys have a great evening.